Tu Tieu stood in front of the camera, her gentle smile warming the screen as she greeted everyone. "Hello, everyone," she said softly. "Wishing you all a joyful and peaceful day. Today was a special day." She was finally completing the duck pen she had been building. The weather was bright, the kind of sunshine that made everything feel alive. With her friend Trang by her side, Tu Tieu began the work. "I'll start by building a fence and a gate here," she said as she measured the area, marking the spots carefully. Trang handed her the steel wires to secure the base of the gate. Together, they worked in harmony. Trang helped cut the bamboo into even lengths, while Tu Tieu dug the holes to place the posts. The sound of bamboo being driven into the earth echoed in the peaceful countryside, blending with birdsong and the rustling wind. Their hands worked quickly but gently, with a rhythm only close friends could share. Within hours, the bamboo poles stood upright, forming the outline of a safe space for the ducks. Later in the afternoon, Tu Tieu smiled and said, "Let's release the ducks into their new home." The ducks quacked excitedly as they were gently guided into the pen. They waddled around, exploring the wide open space with curiosity. Tu Tieu fetched a bowl of clean water for them, her heart full of contentment watching the animals roam freely. "We've finally finished it," she said with a proud sigh. The pen was simple but strong, built with care and love. It wasn't just a shelter, it was a symbol of hard work, friendship, and a peaceful life in the countryside. After completing the duck pen, Tu Tieu turned to Trang and said, "Now, let's measure this area here. I plan to build a small outdoor bathroom." Trang looked around and nodded, "That's a great idea. This spot near the stream will be perfect, so convenient." Tu Tieu smiled. "You go rest for a while. I'll go gather some more bamboo." Trang agreed and went inside the house, while Tu Tieu picked up her basket and headed into the nearby grove. She selected long, strong bamboo stalks and carefully brought them back. Soon, the building of the new bathing space began. They worked together again, digging holes for the bamboo posts, cutting and preparing the materials. The sound of tools mixed with their quiet laughter created a comforting harmony. Meanwhile, Trang went to the vegetable garden to pick some fresh greens for their meal. The long bean vines were lush and healthy. She gathered a bunch, along with some sweet leaf, round got, and returned to prepare lunch. Back at the site, Tu Tieu was busy digging and placing the bamboo poles. Each post was measured and fixed carefully into place. She stripped the leaves from the sweet leaf and rinsed the beans, ready to cook a hearty meal. "I'll cook lunch today," Trang offered. "We'll have fried eggs and stir-fried beans." While she cooked, Tu Tieu continued shaping the floor and walls of the bathroom. Every piece of bamboo was tied tightly, every joint checked for stability. The work was exhausting, but they shared smiles, encouragement, and quiet understanding. In this corner of the world, away from the noise and chaos, their simple teamwork built not just structures, but peace. Later that day, in a quiet coffee shop tucked away in town, Trang and Tu Tieu sat down across from a woman named Tuan. "Hello, are you Tuan? The accountant from Tuan Fat Company?" Trang asked. Tuan nodded, a bit reserved. "Yes, I am. You must be Trang." The conversation began. Trang explained the situation, about a missing 25% payment from Yuri's company to Tuan Fat, and the confusion surrounding it. Trang had seen documents that raised concerns, and she needed answers. At first, Tuan hesitated. She claimed she no longer worked there, that she had handed over all paperwork. But Tu Tieu leaned forward, her voice calm and sincere. "We're not here to cause problems. We just want to help Yuri. He's a good man. If you know anything, Please tell us. Silence lingered for a moment. Then, Tuan slowly spoke. The truth is, I'm still working at Truong Fat. And yes, the 25% payment was received. But Mr. Tuan told me to transfer the money to his personal account. Trang's heart pounded. This was the lead they had been searching for. Can I record what you just said? Trang asked. Tuan nodded. She detailed everything: the date of the transfer, May 6th, the amount, 25 billion VND, and the recipient's account, Mr. Tuan's. I wanted to help, Tuan said softly. But please, don't let this affect my job. We promise, Tu Tieu assured her. Thank you so much for your courage. As they watched Tuan walk away, Trang whispered, I hope what she said is true. Me too, Tu Tieu replied, eyes reflecting a renewed hope. After gathering all the necessary materials, I and Trang got to work on constructing the bathroom. We measured and marked where the posts would go and started digging holes to secure them. Using sturdy bamboo and palm trunks, we created a strong frame. Trang was so helpful, securing the bamboo with nails and tying each piece tightly with rope. Once the frame was ready, I started attaching the bamboo slats to create the walls. Each slat was fixed carefully to make sure the bathroom would be private and strong enough to withstand the weather. Just as we were finishing the walls, Trang asked if I had finished cooking. I told her the rice was done and we just needed to prepare the rest of the dishes. She came over and helped carry the flooring for the bathroom, made from large bamboo boards that we laid out evenly. By the afternoon, we had finished most of the work. The bathroom was nearly complete, lacking only a roof to protect it from rain. We agreed to add the roof in a day or two. For now, the structure was usable and looked beautiful in the garden next to the stream. Afterward, we cleaned up our tools and headed inside to wash our hands and enjoy the meal we had prepared together. The food included freshly picked vegetables from the garden, sautéed green beans, and a delicious soup made with leafy greens. We invited all our friends to eat with us. As we sat down, one of them complimented how versatile I was, able to build, farm, and cook with ease. I smiled, saying I grew up in the countryside, and these things were second nature to me. Then, Trang brought up the USB device. She asked if Egan or Yuri had contacted me about it. I shook my head. She hadn't heard anything either. We wondered if the USB had been damaged when it accidentally got soaked. It might be the reason why Yuri's company hadn't recovered their lost funds. Trang looked worried. If we couldn't recover the data from the USB, Yuri's company might lose a significant amount of money. I decided that after our meal, I would call Yuri and see what he knew about the situation. Trang mentioned she had managed to obtain the contact information of the former accountant from the Truong Fat Company. Perhaps we could meet this person and ask if they knew anything about the missing funds. Trang made a phone call and arranged to meet the accountant at a nearby cafe, since she wasn't comfortable meeting at her home. We quickly finished our meal, changed clothes, and left for the meeting. On the way, we felt a mix of hope and nervousness. Maybe this meeting could give us the answers we needed. When we arrived at the cafe, we saw the accountant waiting for us. I approached her politely. Are you Ms. Tuan, the former accountant of Truong Fat Company? She nodded and invited us to sit down. I introduced myself as Trang, the new accountant of the company, and next to me was Tu Tieu. We explained that we needed her help with an issue involving a large sum of money, 25% of a project fund that had allegedly been transferred from Yuri's company but was never recorded as received by Truong Fat. She looked hesitant. I already handed over all the financial documents when I left the company, she said, so I don't know where the money went after that. We pressed gently. You were the one managing the account during the signing period, and this missing amount could greatly impact Yuri's company. Please, if you know anything, we ask that you help us." She was silent for a moment. Then she asked, "Why are you doing this? Who are you to Yuri?" I responded sincerely, "I'm someone who's been through many hardships, and Yuri was there for me. He helped me when no one else did. Now I just want to do something for him in return." Touched by our sincerity, she finally opened up. "The truth is, the company did receive the 25% project deposit from Yuri's side. But Mr. Tuan instructed me to transfer that money directly into his personal account. I asked gently, would you be willing to write that down or allow us to record your statement? I promise it won't affect your job or personal life." She nodded and gave us her permission. She revealed that the full amount, 25 billion VND, was transferred on May 6th, and she even gave us the bank account number that received the money. "I've been thinking about this a lot," she admitted. "Yuri is a good man, and I didn't feel right keeping this to myself any longer." We thanked her deeply for the information. As we left, I told Trang, "Let's hope everything she said is true. If it is, we might be able to get that money back for Yuri." Trang nodded but expressed concern. "You know, going back to Truong Fat could be dangerous. Mr. Tuan isn't the kind of person to let things go easily." I looked at her calmly. "I know. But I also know he owes me. After all, I saved his son's life. I don't think he'll harm me." Still, Trang was worried. "Promise me you'll be careful." "I will," I reassured her. "And no matter what, I'll do everything I can to recover what's rightfully Yuri's." We both knew the risks, but we also knew what was at stake. We couldn't let injustice win. We had come too far. Later that day, I quietly prepared myself to confront Mr. Tuan. I didn't tell Yuri or Egan just yet, because we had promised the accountant we wouldn't involve others. But in my heart, I knew this was the moment everything would change. I took a deep breath, gathered all the evidence we had, and began my walk toward the unknown, hoping that this final step would bring the justice Yuri deserved.